Welcome back to the DJ Sessions, where we feature the best DJs and producers from around the world. I'm your host, Darren, and right now I'm sitting in the virtual studios in Seattle, Washington, while my guest, Raphael, aka Plastik Funk, is sitting on the beaches of Ibiza? I mean, how insane is that?
No, I'm at the beach right now. We're watching the sunset. It's exactly the sunset time. So there's something I try to do every time I'm home. I try to watch sunsets and just try to get back to normal life.
I mean, that must just, and you actually reside in Ibiza. So we were talking a little pre-show that the excitement that it's now coming back after 3 years. What's that like? We know we're going to be doing a lot of traveling. We'll be talking about that, but your hometown is about to explode again. What is that like?
Yes, absolutely crazy. The energy on the island, especially at the opening parties, was absolutely insane. I know the request of people who send me messages to get them on guest lists when I was on tour was absolutely insane. So it's absolutely nice to see that the island is coming back to life, and that the island is packed. It's mid of May, and it looks like we are like beginning of August. It's absolutely crazy this year. And it's going to be a massive season, 100%.
Yeah, and we are starting to do some of our international travel. I was going to rush out and get to IMS, but I was like, I got a lot of prep work, a lot of stuff to do before that. We're looking to be at ADE later this year, but then eventually start hitting the circuit and do Winter Music Conference, IMS, Sonar Festival, and then back to ADE. You've been doing a lot of traveling, though, recently. And when I say a lot of traveling, I was going back, and it was, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I may have missed a few of these places, but Egypt, Miami, Vietnam, Tokyo. I was posting there saying Norway and the Czech Republic, 3 shows in 24 hours. Are you just a beast when it's coming to these shows? Or is this your agenda just to tour the world, or what's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling blessed to get all these offers and play these amazing shows. I mean, like even before COVID, like 2019, I played around 190 shows, so that was quite a lot. But what's happening now is, I mean, I was like producing and working on my signature sound for the whole time of the pandemic, and actually it worked out. It's like there's tons of offers coming in. People just love the music, and man, it's crazy sometimes. My management and my agency was like, Raphael, do you realize that you're like flying around the globe twice in 7 days? I was like, yeah, kind of. So it's absolutely amazing. And the best thing is like you travel so far and then you see fans with your t-shirts and singing your songs. So it's absolutely amazing after this horrible pandemic to just see the world again and see the fans again. It's amazing.
And do you actually get time off when you're in these cities to take in some of the culture, or is it do the show, maybe back to the hotel room for an hour or two of sleep and then on a plane to the next, or do you get a time to explore the culture there?
Yeah, most of the time it's like in and out, which is pretty sad. In Tokyo, at least I had 1 day. In Vietnam, I was on tour for 2 weeks, and I had my girl with me, so we were hanging out and just trying to meet people, and it was super fun. So I try to have some time there and just really experience the country. But most of the time it's in and out. Like next weekend, I'm playing in Bahrain and in Nepal. So both cities, I'm just arriving at 10 o'clock, have 2 hours in the hotel, play 3 hours, get back to hotel, shower, sleep an hour, and go back to the airport. But it's good. It's like the schedule has to be tight. I want to play as much as possible and just see the fans all around the globe again.
And you've literally played countless large scale events. We all kind of know what happens on stage. Can you give us shed some light on what happens backstage?
It's like we have a couple of traditions with the team. So we always have this 1 tequila shot before we go on stage, just so everyone is like in a good mood and ready and full of energy. And it's like backstage most of the time when you come off stage, because I'm going absolutely bananas when I'm on stage and I'm DJing. Most of the time I'm super exhausted and drink like 2-3 bottles of water to get back to normal. And then most of the time we take pictures of fans and try to get some sleep after.
Yeah, and I have seen some of your energetic performances on stage. Do you feel that more DJs should focus on the quality of music and the performance instead of image and outfits?
I love that question. Yeah, no, actually, it's a mix of everything. You know, I mean, like style outfits is a part of the whole performance sometimes, but the main focus should be on the music. So if your music is great, you know, you make it to the big guys anyways, you know. And if your ID and your signature as an artist is a good part of it, that's good. But sometimes people, and this is why I love this question, really lose the focus on the music, which is so important. You know, this is about music. The most important part is that, yeah.
And do you become a different person when you get on stage as opposed to when you're off stage, or is Plastik Funk 100% on all the time?
Let's say like in the moment where I start playing, even I'm like, I don't know, maybe didn't sleep in 2 days. I got that energy switch, or even my tour manager and my team sometimes a bit scared, you know, and worried because like, okay, what happens to him? Because I'm not taking any drugs. And the thing is like, once I started DJing, I'm like, you know, on fire, just having fun and enjoy music. And especially now, like, since I'm allowed to play again and tour again, I'm smiling like an idiot sometimes because I'm just like having such a good time and enjoying to see the crowd going wild on my music. So yeah, I'm a little bit different when I'm on stage, but actually, more or less that's me.
And when you're not entertaining others, what do you do to entertain yourself?
Actually, I think once a DJ, always a DJ. So I love to listen to different kinds of music. I'm liking to get influenced by musicians. Doesn't matter. It's like house, electro, if it's techno or hip hop, it doesn't matter for me. So music is definitely an important part of my life. But also like Ibiza gives me a lot of energy. Like I need sunsets, the beach, you know, like good surrounding. Definitely, that was the best step for me ever to move to that island. Changed a lot of my life.
Awesome. And then I noticed you have something on your website, #FunkyFamily. How important is it? How important is it for you to spend time with your fans after a show? You do have such a busy schedule, but is that something you try to do at every show?
Yeah, actually I do. I mean, without my fans, I would be nothing, you know? So, they're the people who support me. They give me a lot of energy. They stream my music. To see this, I mean, like in Vietnam, I had this sold out headline show with 12,000 people, and like there was like hundreds of fans like storming the backstage. So I took pictures for an hour and a half, but I love to do it. I mean, I really see them as a family, you know, and I love that people using that hashtag Funk Family and just meeting together, buying shirts together, just have a good time together. Yeah, I would never like skip that, you know. It's the most important part after the show.
Awesome. Now, switching gears here just a little bit, your latest track you just had come out, Vroom Vroom, you did along with You Not Us. How is that being received out there? I'm sure you're dropping in the shows, and how are you feeling about that track? Like, what was the inspiration behind it, and how has it been received?
Actually, you know, I have my signature sound and always try to combine it with other artists, which is actually quite successful at the moment. So I love to do a lot of collaborations at the moment, almost too much because I'm collaborating with so many people right now. But after doing a lot of vocal tracks with a main vocal and songs I wrote with other songwriters, I wanted to do something 100% club, which has almost like only like a short vocal sample, which is all about the main lead sound, this brass bass sound, which I love to use. And yeah, actually it came out really well. And to work out with You Not Us was fun. They're amazing producers from Germany. And yeah, the feedback is crazy. It's like the best part is when you hear the crowd even singing the lead sound, not the vocal anymore, you know? And I hear that in Tokyo, in Japan, it was incredible. I hear everyone singing the mellow, which is great.
And one track I came across a few months ago, you had produced this, like release this, was the Sweet Harmony featuring, is it SH3? Did I say that right?
SH3, yeah.
SH3.
Yeah, that was in January. Yeah.
That takes me back. Dude, I
That was one
just
of my
remember that.
favorites. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the track on vinyl still, and it was, yeah, man. This one, I'm really happy we released that one.
Yeah.
100%.
What other tracks have you been seeing success with online and during your shows? What else have you been dropping out there?
I mean, the cool thing with Sweet Harmony is that in the beginning we just were working on this club track, and then it became more and more radio track as well, which is it's nice to see that it just happens. You know, when you plan a radio track, I think for me that's most of the time where I'm like putting myself in a box and I'm not like working creative anymore. So we just did these two versions. I did my club version, which I needed to play it on the shows, but the radio version just, yeah, it came out so good. The radio support in Europe was insane. We got so much radio plays like I didn't receive in the last 2 years with other tracks, and yeah, it's just the feedback is crazy. I see like people putting Sweet Harmony on their phones when I start the shows, and that's great to see.
And does your family enjoy listening to your music?
Thank God they do. Not to every track, but no, they like it. My sister just became a mother for the second time, and all her young kid is also dancing to my music. So you know the family is influenced. They know what to listen to.
Awesome. What's the longest time you've ever consecutively spent working in the studio on a track? I mean, you know, sometimes there's tracks you finish in like a couple hours, and sometimes you have these tracks which you like change over again. Most of the time, the tracks you change for too much are the tracks which are like, yeah, just throw away or start something new all over. But yeah, there's a couple of tracks we just had to change a couple of times until it was like where we wanted it. And like the longest time we spent in the studio was like, I think 13 hours straight. Yeah, without a break. It was like where we had this idea. We like had some people playing live instruments, recorded vocals, and everything had to happen that day. So that was, yeah, crazy. A lot of coffee. And you know, producing music's it's synonymous. They're spending countless hours behind the computer producing, sculpting the beats, making them get ready. I kind of know what you do, because you could say your show performance do this, but where do you find time to stay fit?
Actually, I try to work out as much as I can. It's like when I'm back in Ibiza, I'm actually working out like 4 to 5 times a week, and this is actually like a relief. It's like even if I'm super stressed and tired, go to the gym or like work out on the beach in the morning with my friends, and that really helps me to get all this stress and bad energy out, and then I'm fit for the studio, fit for next tours. That's very important for me. But when I'm on tour, sometimes I try to do this power naps, you know. Mm-hmm. But beside the power naps, I try to go for a run, even if it's for 30 minutes. Sometimes it's better for me than to sleep for like 20 minutes, you know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Absolutely, definitely. I'm working myself up to staying in fit. Kind of just got myself a personal trainer. Need to be in shape for those marathon ADE festivals and everything going on. That's going to be crazy running around.
100%, yeah.
Now, here's a question. What's the most important thing that you think record labels should be doing for their artists? And are they doing a good job with that?
I think the problem is since everything is moving so fast with social media, we're like, I mean, you can produce a track, sign a track and release a track in like 48 hours if you want to, you know? So music became more and more like fast food, which is a bit sad sometimes, because I remember the times like when I was really, really young and like released my first record on a vinyl, it was something special. It was something you put on the wall, which was like the best thing ever, you know? And now it's artists and also labels sometimes treating the music like fast food, which is a bit sad because you invest a lot of time, work, love, and blood into records, you know? So sometimes labels just release the track and see if it works out or if it doesn't, and then just leave it there and that's it, you know? And I know there's young producers, there's me, like when you release this track, I have another release this Thursday, you're always like waiting for it, you get excited. So it's pretty sad if the label is not doing their job, even that's their job, you know, that's why they're there. So I like, this is why I only work with labels where I see they invest 100% power and everything they have to make that release a success. You know, if the record isn't working out, but at least a couple of people heard it, Oh, sorry. That was my battery. Sorry.
It happens.
But, most important. No, but most important is that labels really invest everything they have to promote the record, and then we see if people like it or not.
Is the first record that you ever bought worth mentioning, or is it embarrassing?
Actually, I try to remember. Oh, you know what? No, you know what? Like one of the first records I ever bought was no. Actually, I'm proud of that. It was a disco LP. It was a vinyl with like I don't know, like 10 disco tracks on it. One of it was like Freakless Chic, So there's actually a record I was even sometimes taken to my shows when I still played the vinyl. So yeah, no, that was a good one. This is actually something that really, really like is a fundamentum for my whole career.
Yeah, I'm a huge disco fan. I tell a lot of people if I ever get in a bad mood, just play some 70s disco music or some 80s pop.
100%.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not mad anymore. I'm mad, but I'm not mad. I'm going to be dancing. But there you go.
I agree.
So talking about your career and experimenting and looking towards other projects, and I hope I pronounce this right. Is it Carrillo? Did I not roll the R? Did I not roll the R's? My Spanish has gotten away from me over the years. But you're going into more of a house, more underground sound. How has that been going, and why the change? Why the addition to your lineup?
Actually, I did the Carrillo project for a couple of years already. Every time I was playing here at Bora Bora in Ibiza, or I did some techno tech house after hours, because I come from vocal house, and I love to play tech house and produce tech house for years. But I always use my last name because my name is Rafael Jimenez Carrillo. So the last part of the name I use for my underground stuff. But during the pandemic, I just had more time. And I was like, you know what? I'm missing that music, and it shouldn't be like separated from Plastik Funk. When I do it, I put Carrillo on the artwork, and it says AKA Plastik Funk. And after a couple months, the fans understood, like, okay, this is Plastik Funk, but he's just like going a bit deeper, a bit more tech. And I got my residency as Carrillo, aka Plastik Funk, in Tulum. We played some shows in Kiev. We did stuff in Mykonos, so in a lot of hotspots. And now, like touring more and more again. For some promoters, it got interesting. For example, in Chicago, I played a Saturday night show at Primary, and the Sunday morning, I played the after hours as Carrillo. So I played 2 shows in the same night in Chicago, and it was good for everyone. Everyone was happy, and for me, it was great. I did the main Plastik Funk show, and then afters, I played like 3 hours of tech house. So for me, it gives me a huge space of just being creative, playing the music I love, and yeah, it just turned out really well.
And speaking of things, accolades, awards, you recently just were awarded the Future House Music Award for 2021. Tell us what that was like to be involved in that, and then to actually be chosen.
I mean, it's like I thought, like after the DJ Mag Award, like where we made the number 80 this year, I was like, man, okay, this has been a great year. But then they came up with a nomination for the best main artist for Future House Music, where I was like, damn, this is crazy, because this is only like votes by producers, by people from the scene. So this is like, the DJ Mag Award is like from fans, most of the time. But that award is just all about producers, about like people out of the industry. So to be nominated was already something amazing, but then the results came in. I didn't even think about it anymore, and yeah, we won. So it was like, damn, this is a great start for 2022. To go back on tour and on the road, and I really see it. I'm happy that people like digging the sound so much, and for me, it's just it's an amazing time.
And you mentioned the DJ Mag Awards and hitting number 80. Had you placed in the DJ Mag charts before this, or was this your first year placing in the charts?
No, that was the second year, actually. I mean, in 2020 was 85, and now in 2021 we reached number 80. So I don't know what to say. It's like I was surprised the first time we made it. I know that because I'm playing in Asia so much, and Asia is a bit more about the DJ Mag 100 poll, and we have a lot of fans there. But when 2020 was the first time we really asked the fans, like, you know what, let's try it, and it worked out. 85 right away, and then 5 places up the year after. yeah, man,
Nice.
I can't complain.
Now, do you have a favorite DJ that you listen to that is around the world that you say, okay, this is my go-to. This is somebody who I like to see or aspire to or admire in the industry?
Yeah, actually, there was someone. It's sad to say that he died because it was Eric Morillo, and Eric Morillo, in my opinion, was one of the best DJs I've ever seen. And actually, I'm happy to say that I had the chance to play a back-to-back with him, and this guy was absolutely next level. I learned a lot just standing right beside Eric Morillo and watching him like destroying the turntables. So he was definitely one of the best I've ever seen, and definitely someone where I was looking up to and tried to learn.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, I have people that I've seen behind the stage, and a lot of people ask me on my show, who's your favorite DJ that's ever played the show? And I'm like, every single one of them. I can't, it's hard for me to pick a favorite person to be on the show. There have been some memorable moments from a show standpoint, but every artist that comes on the show has always given it their 100% and has been top level. We're super excited, and maybe we'll get you on a set on the show one of these days, which will be awesome. Yeah. But speaking of shows, you have a weekly radio show. Thank you very much. And you're at episodes 397 is what I saw for the last one. So you've been doing this for a while.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even know it's 397 already. Yeah. No, I decided a long time ago that I need that radio show to feed the fans all around the world every week. It's a lot of work to do it every week. So I'm not really doing some kind of moderation and talk, but I just try to give them 1 hour free music and just having a good time. So when you are on the way to work, you get excited for next weekend, and actually it's working out well. It's in more than 25 countries now. We have to show it with big partners, big radio shows. And I love to see the feedbacks every week. It's definitely a great thing to have.
And congratulations on following through with a weekly show with everything you have going on. I mean, it must just be you find the time. You're finding the time somehow to do this, and congratulations on that. And
thank you very much.
A few months ago, you posted something, and I quote, "Something big is coming. #metaverse NFT #Superverse." And there was a short little video. Are you allowed to talk about what's coming with that or what's happening with that? Or that's a teaser. That's a big teaser. So
yeah, no, it is. We actually, me and my team, we worked on my first NFT drop, and it's actually I produced a track, and I was working with my team, with my creators who built an amazing 3D 4K visual art, which is absolutely blew me away. I mean, these guys did an amazing job. So we tried to put it all together to have the music fitting the video. And we're working on the first NFT drop. I didn't want to rush it. But now there's a couple of really interesting partners involved, and it looks like we're going to release it very soon.
Awesome. That is kind of the three little words in the music industry, right? And three little letters, NFTs.
It's everywhere now, yeah.
Yeah, what's going to be happening? I've heard of, we're supposed to be interviewing the first ever NFT record label here coming up shortly. We're looking at doing NFTs for all our shows, because we just have so many assets, and, figuring out the technical aspects of it, of making it a reality is an interesting challenge. I got a good team of people that I'm working with as well, but we're pretty confident we're going to start being able to do stuff out there that not a lot of other people are doing, which is awesome. And so, I like it that it gives artists another channel to show their art, and to really bring it to the world and in a total different way. That really is actually the aspect which got me, because I know a lot of people talked about NFT. It's like, oh, you got rich overnight. It's like, okay, that's not the point. Of course you make money with it. We all want to make money, but to give artists a chance to sell art and to bring arts to your fans in a different way. That's pretty cool. Well, you look look at it from the way of merch, and you have a merch store, and this obviously is just another component to the merch store that, or think about it going back with vinyl. You only press so much vinyl back in the day, maybe 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. And once you had it, that was it, unless you took it back into production and put it back in the vinyl. With an NFT, there's only a certain limited amount. And something I saw that was interesting with Twitter not too long ago is that Twitter was acknowledging that if you uploaded an NFT as kind of your profile image, it would give you a special little icon saying this is an actual NFT image. So to see things like that, if Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if the socials started acknowledging NFTs and you could put up the saying, I own an original NFT of this, that kind of status symbol or the importance of having that, knowing that you own an original copy of it, I think would be kind of cool, rather than just saying, oh, I grabbed a screenshot of something and I put it up there.
Exactly.
But the one creative thing that I thought so far that I've seen is the company out there, they made the NFT, it's a ticket for all of their events. And as long as you hold the NFT, you can go to all of their events. And I think that could
talk about party generates.
Possibly, I've heard it in conversation. I've had so many conversations, but I think if shows,
I was DJing for these guys last week.
Oh, funny, it could have been. I'm not sure what the price tag on that ticket was. I mean, whatever started out and how they're valued and all that, but the idea that you have a kind of collectible piece of artwork, but then it also is a pass to get you into things, it could be awesome if all shows, if all tickets went to that kind of NFT collectible artwork. And just like you used to collect flyers for the shows, and armbands for the shows, and you come back later and you open it up and go, wow, look at all these events and everything I went to. You could be like, and people could start hosting their own personal kind of NFT art galleries of what they've collected over the years.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe they sell them, maybe they just hold on to them, watch them raise in value, whatever it is. But I think it's just a new way. And then obviously the ability for the percentages to be kicked back over and over and over again for artists to earn revenue. It isn't just you sold the painting once and that's it, and now it sells 25 more times. That kickback can keep coming back over and over.
It's great. It's great to bring this old school behavior, of like collecting things, like those baseball cards in the back back in the days. Like to have this, things are limited and just have like a different value for you. So I really like that idea behind it.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of the metaverse and NFTs, have you done anything in virtual reality yet, or are you looking to do anything in virtual reality?
Actually, I got 2 offers for DJ sets in the metaverse now, which is quite interesting. My team is just sorting out if that all makes sense and if it's set up right. But this is something I might do pretty soon. Still, the thing is, like, I did so many live streams during the pandemic. Just to stay connected to the fans and just play music, that at the moment I'm just happy to play live shows as much as I can. So I was like, we definitely should do it. I want to try it, but at the moment I'm just happy with reality.
Yeah, there definitely has been some advancements in that. We ourselves at the DJ Sessions have launched 2 nightclubs in VR, one called Entry and one called Beta in Alt Space, and we're this coast. Actually, we've soft launched them just to make sure technical stuff's all right, but they're pretty awesome. And what I can see the metaverse having a presence, having a place to go to, for other DJs, maybe aspiring DJs or bigger name DJs. One of the issues is obviously having enough space to bring in tens of thousands of people. You hear of the Fortnite concerts that they're doing, which 25,000 people show up, and obviously that takes a lot of money to put those kind of things on. But
of course,
we're very excited to see where VR goes, and so I want to be one of the first people to be one of your VR shows. If you do that, we'll stay in touch with the Urban Rebel PR team and make sure we're on that list.
Definitely. I would really like to. No, I would really like to talk about this. It's very interesting. For sure.
And what's been your strongest motivation to pursue a career in music?
I mean, Actually, it all happens so like natural. It's like I started at school parties, and I organized the parties when I was 15, 16 already, because I just wanted to DJ for the people. So I almost forced them with the parties doing myself that they had to listen to me. And this got bigger and bigger, that actually the school parties were just very limited. So I did a big party in the house of my parents with like 300 people, which got totally under control, but it was amazing. We built a stage, we had pyro, we had everything. So, but that was too much. My parents were super pissed off. So I decided, like, okay, I need to start playing in clubs now. And the promoters knew, like, okay, he's playing good music and he's bringing a lot of people with him. So, okay, let's book him. So all this happened like step by step. And I was always like hungry for the next step. And it's still like it. It's like, okay, I'm happy to be successful with what I'm doing, but I already have like the next goal and the next goal, which like gives me a lot of energy and the drive to stay motivated. It's just so much I want to still reach, and so much I like I want to accomplish. So it's like, I don't even think, it's just happening step by step.
And what is your ultimate goal as a DJ? Is it just going to keep going through the stratosphere and never ending, and you can't top it? Like, there's no cherry on top for Plastik Funk. No, it's just just going to keep setting the bar, or is there a goal in mind?
No, actually, it's like, when I was young, like I think I would have told you, like, come on, I want to be one of the top 10 DJs. The question is, what is a top 10 DJ? The thing is, like, having your fans and building a bigger fan base and just playing concerts and shows all over the world. This is actually where I wanted to go. And I'm actually really happy at the moment. And I just hope I can do this for quite some time. And actually, being successful means also to be happy. So if I'm happy with my music and I'm happy with myself, then I think then I'm doing everything right, But of course, man, I want to play big venues, but also sometimes this is why I have Carrillo. I love to play a 200 people, dirty, dark club with a good sound system and just an amazing dance floor, So actually, I'm on my way. So it's working out, and I totally believe it's getting bigger the next couple of years.
I've always been a fan of the smaller venue where it's that intimate, closer vibe. You can really go up and just fist bump the artist and be like, hey, this is an amazing set.
I love it.
I love this. Thank you so much. The bigger shows are great. Some people say there's a connection, there's a disconnection. There's always the give and take between who likes that. So I'm glad to see you recognize that with your career, and you're doing those smaller, intimate shows, but also doing the bigger shows. So question here is, success doesn't always last forever for everyone, especially for an artist. What do you do to save up for the future? What do you invest your earnings in?
Actually, at the moment, especially after the pandemic, I'm sorry. Battery again. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, actually, at the moment, especially after the pandemic, I'm just like, we are saving money. I'm investing into property. That's pretty important. And I have some money here and there and in the crypto world, but not too much, actually, because for me, this is something where I'm really bad at. But I mean, I try to save money for the time after my career. Mm-hmm. And actually, property for me was always where I thought, like, that's the best thing to do. And that's it. And I try to have a little bit on my bank account to be okay when I'm not able to DJ anymore.
Awesome. I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the DJ sessions, Raphael. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Is there anything else you want to let our DJ sessions fans know about before we let you get going to that wonderful, beautiful sunset that's going on out there in Ibiza?
Actually, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the support, because it's like all these DJs and there's people out there who voted for me for these awards, who come to my shows and support my music. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the support. This is absolutely amazing.
Definitely. Well, I'm a newfound fan. I was listening to your SoundCloud before, the tracks before. Loving it. I was talking with Leah online. She's like, can you send over some questions beforehand? I'm like, no, I do my research. I'm listening to tracks right now. Vroom Vroom is like, whoa. She goes, I'm glad you love it. So I'm definitely going to be following you closely here. And thank you so much. Where can people find out more information? You're welcome. Where can people find out more information about you and what you got going on?
Actually, just look for Plastik Funk with a K. Plastic is the German. Plastic is with a K. On Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and everywhere where you can listen to music. Also, very important on Spotify, which is doing well now. And yeah, I have a new track coming out on Thursday called The Mad Doctor. Also on Revealed Records on Hardwell's label, and another one on Revealed also on Hardwell's label in June. So a lot of new music coming.
A lot of new music coming, lots of shows coming. Do you have anything stateside planned? I know you're doing a lot overseas right now.
Actually, yeah, I did the Formula One weekend in Miami. I played with Calvin Harris in Miami, which was great. I did a show in Fort Lauderdale also, and I did like 10 shows the last 2 months in US, which was great. We're planning to do another US week or weekend latest in September, but maybe also in June, July.
And will you be at ADE this year?
100%. Always. ADE is the place to be for the music industry. And it is the place where they announce the DJ Mag Top 100 artists. It's where you meet all your friends, the industry. It's the place where you have to be as a DJ and artist.
Well, we're super excited to be there for our first year as the DJ sessions. Maybe we'll get a chance to get an interview or at least shake hands there on site.
Definitely. We're going to be there for a drink.
Rafael, thank you very much. Oh, hey, what's your choice of drink besides tequila Backstage?
Tequila is definitely something good, but actually I'm drinking a lot of milkshakes. But if I'm drinking alcohol, I love a good gin and tonic.
And gin and tonic. We'll make sure to have the bar stocked with gin and tonic in Amsterdam for you later this year. Thank you again, Rafael, for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome. And on that note, don't forget to go to our website, thedjsessions.com. Find us on TikTok, find us on Twitter, Instagram, hashtag the DJ Sessions, TDJS if you're so bold. I'm Darren. That's Plastik Funk sitting next to me in Ibiza while I'm over here in Seattle in the virtual studios for the DJ Sessions presents the virtual sessions. And remember, on the DJ Sessions, the music never stops.